right, so here today we got some stuff to talk about. I really wanted to bring this topic up because now we have the idea of what's happening, and it does change a lot of stuff. Because damn, first off, we can all calm down here. We all took a W. I still don't know why the last comment section was so toxic. God, dude, listen, calm down. Everything in the end, we all won. Everyone here in the Nikke community took a W. I don't know why we're coming to this conclusion that power creep is real. Remember, this is a PvE game. Okay, saying power creep is stupid as hell, because remember, every time a new character releases, it's gonna happen where a new character can get added in. It's sad when your first anniversary pilgrim can get added to any endgame player's team. That sucks absolute balls for us, alright? But again, regardless of that, we can all calm down. Oh my god, being a creator during this topic has been hard as hell. You guys gotta chill, dude. Literally, in comparison to other controversies, I've never seen my comment section turn into like a war against each other. Like, I've seen people fighting down there. Like, one time, one of my replies got to 92. Like, you could hit view more, then view more, then view more like 30 times, and you'll finally get to the end. Like, people have been fighting in my comments. So everyone can chill out now. We can have a blast. We finally got a W here today. Shift responded through everything. This has been great. And I want to talk to you about why this changes a lot of stuff again and things to know for the future, because god, we don't know what's gonna happen. But today, let me talk to it. Talk to you, and let's get through this, all right? Like and sub up also. We're very close to 14K subs. I want to help out. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you. So, what am I trying to talk about here today? First, you have to realize that with this new revelation that we did get her buffed, first off, who knows about Shift Up? I know some people bring this up in my comment section. At the end of the day, yes, they could have planned this fully. Like, they could have, right? They could have talked about it, because remember, the famous phrase that everyone uses, what is it? Bad publicity is still publicity, right? You know that famous phrase? Everyone talks about that, because remember, if you get the name of the game talking and people are like, oh, what's happening here? You get people interested and they find the game. That's it, right? And the players who are playing the game aren't going to quit the game, most likely because of it. So they didn't quit. They're still playing the game. But guess what? After the buff, everyone's going to come back. Those players that are not playing the game saw that the devs responded. They're like, oh, wait, what is, whoa, these devs are good. And they'll jump into it, right? And also, I know, I get it. Everyone has to keep bringing this up. Yes, Genshin exists. And yes, Genshin doesn't buff characters. Like, there's like a character named Dea. I don't know if you know her. But everyone in my comments was bringing that up also. Like, we won again. Which was funny as hell. It's like constantly my comments brings that up. And yes, okay, I brought this up, but calm down. It was just a joke, but it's true. The only person, like everyone in the game, everyone in as a Nikke player, a Nikke dev, they all won, right? In the end, Shift Up won. We won. We got the players got happy. Shift Up is gonna get more money. The players are excited, right? We all won. But you know who lost? Blue Ocean Neon. This one character lost today. Like, you have to realize she got buffed, and her buff was like nothing. It was like taking water and filling up the cup a little bit more, and that's it. That's all he gave her, right? Like, damn, gave a gallon jug to Red Hood, gave her a sip of water. That's what you did, right? It's crazy, but that's what happened. But again, if you don't already know, the buff is confirmed by a lot of testers that the buff is going to be broken. It's going to be very good. Like, the percentage that they were asking for was 48. You got 51, and it's just by far going to be very good. And the math that people have been calculating and crunching numbers on are seeing that it's basically Alice. That's what it is now. Not full power Alice, because there's something you can do. You know what I mean? Which we don't do. You shouldn't do, but you could do. That, you know, you're bypassing, but that's separate. So, not talking about the bypass. Screw you. But beyond that, it also opens up the door of this, right? What happened was, prior to this, you have to understand where the complaints came from, and this is why players were mad. You had a character like 2B and A2, who by far were very, very good. This character over here is being placed at SS for story, and nothing else. That's it. This character over here is being story late, SS. Boss, SS. Boss additional targets, SS. Over here, you have her in story and PvP, and basically solo raid. They have to update this solo raid. She's actually very freaking good. These two characters here are by far very strong, and for now they're being used in endgame players' teams and stuff like that. Correct? That exists. Now let's ignore those two characters. Maybe those are like wild cards for you. Here, if you skipped Sparkly Summer Niece, do you know how many people are punching the air right now? Like, because they skipped this for that pilgrim, right? You have to realize that this is one of the best units in the game. Literally one of the best units in the game. Like, top 5 in a way of DPS and whatever, and support and whatever. She's really freaking good. Imagine skipping a character like this for your first anniversary unit, and your first anniversary unit was pretty much mediocre, to say the best, right? Because again, in the pilgrim category, why do we call her mediocre? In the pilgrim category, she's losing to a lot of characters. Hence, she's put right in the middle, right smack dab in the middle. That's how it works, all right? Beyond that, you also have to realize that people skipped Tia and Naga for this character. And they were like, wow, I could have summoned for a standard character. And you're going to be like, no, it's a 1% character, hence why you need to get Red Hood. Screw that philosophy. Screw it, right? Because you have to realize that the chance of them pulling Tia and Naga in the future is still low. It's not a guaranteed chance. There is no guaranteed chance. I know players till this day who still haven't put litter, right? They haven't pulled litter. They haven't pulled, like, let's say, a character, for example, as, which is a big comment, by the way, Blanc Noir. They've been here for how long? Players still can't, fulfill the duo and get them together. Literally, it's not working. So you have to realize that skipping Tia and Naga is a huge kind of L you took. Because remember, where Tia and Naga's getting placed, they both are basically getting placed at SS tier, and then triple S for other stuff. So they're very good characters. You skipped that for Red Hood. So people had the philosophy of, so pilgrims aren't going to be broken? Is that the thing we know now? And now you understand that, yes, this pilgrim is going to be busted. This pilgrim is going to be very good. And no, the concept of power creep isn't real in the aspect of it's a PvE game, first off. And second, at a point, it has to happen naturally. Like, it has to. If you're still using the day one unit, which nobody can pull, keep that in mind, nobody is guaranteed Scarlet. Nobody is guaranteed Modernia now. They're not. So they're going to need new pilgrims in here to guarantee, or that people can get guaranteed, that can at least be on par with them, so you have a chance to use them. You have to realize that. New players exist. Are you just like, screw the new players? Who gives a damn about them, right? They're not only helping our game a lot, but screw them. We don't need to give them anything. You have to realize that they have no guarantee. New players have no guarantee for Dorothy, so they're missing out on a triple S pilgrim. They have no guarantee unless they're rerolling, which most players won't. They have no guarantee. So you give them, finally, after how long? It's been a while. It's been 6 months. 6 months since the last pilgrim. You have to realize that giving them a triple S pilgrim is not a problem. They need it. Literally, pulling a pilgrim in this game is hell. You saw me. I pulled 2 Isabels and I wanted to jump out a window. Literally, all right? I couldn't pull Haran, who I don't have. I couldn't pull Noah. Now imagine that those 2 characters were Modernia or Scarlet, or Dorothy for me. What am I gonna do, bro? I need a triple S pilgrim. I need something. So this is good. Power creep, in a way, is going to be natural. It's gonna have to happen. And for pilgrims, players want it. New players need it, literally. So realize that now also. But again, what we had as a concept as, now pilgrims aren't going to be broken. At least that's back to normal, where we can expect a decent pilgrim. Not again, we're not asking to power creep every pilgrim every single time. But naturally, they should be top tier. They should be very good. They should be a new character that can swap out a character. Or they could at least be a character that endgame players can at least rely on here and there. Let's say that she's not going to destroy and break the game, okay? It's the first Annie character. It was also a different concept that you're looking at the first Annie character. You're like, my first Annie character lost to my 6-month character. Who the fudge consider that as the option, right? So again, it's all those points. But the also thing that we learn for the future, I hope we all know this now. And if you don't think this, you are so high. Do not skip characters like this. Correct? Do not do it, because people skip characters like this just for the Annie or just for the Pilgrim. You have to realize that sometimes a character like this can be better than an Annie. Just realize that, okay? Also, skipping a character like Tia Naga, you have to realize also the best way to do it is to not summon on the Annie, it's just to use a pity. So, we already knew that we had a little bit of a gap, and Tia and Naga were worth it. Push pity. That's the entire idea, right? You had 70 summons. I gave you all this information. So, you skipping Tia and Naga was also not a smart thing to do. Again, this collab over here, depending on who you pulled for, both characters were pretty good, and if you got them, you have it. It's a collection. You have to have them on your account. They can do really good. A character like this, a lot of people skip characters like these that I'm mentioning here because they just went full send on Annie, which again, is it the best idea? You decide whatever you want, but now we at least have that idea that yes, our pilgrims are expected to be pilgrims, right? We expect them to be that. Again, will they always land the nail on the head about each pilgrim being the best pilgrim of the game? We don't know about that, correct? But we do expect them to at least be pretty good, to at least beat some of the day one pilgrims. Not all of them, but some of them. Not like I'm saying we want Scarlet 2.0. Maybe we have a 10 out of 10 supporter pilgrim, a 10 out of 10 healer pilgrim that's not Rapunzel, right? Those can happen. So in the future, curious on how they handle those things. But remember, it's good for the game. Players are going to be able to exist that are new, that can have a chance for these characters. You have to also realize that yes, it's good for us that they did respond and they did give us this answer, so we know that they listened to us. You have to realize we rarely complained in this game. We literally rarely complained. The only complaints we ever had recently were molds. Still, that's just like an ongoing complaint. Hopefully molds get more so a guaranteed chance versus the 50-50 chance, which is terrible. And then beyond that, it's just gacha skins. I think that's all the community's complained for, which by the way, shout out to that comment for mentioning that, which is so true. And then, had the most horrific PFP I've ever seen, but he was cooking with that comment, yeah? We rarely complain in this game. It was so stupid that, the one time we were complaining, everybody started jumping on the people that were complaining, and then the people who were complaining jumped on the people who weren't complaining. It was like a war. Literally, it was a war. But in the end, everyone took the W here. Everyone won in the end, minus Summer Neon. So realize that we're in a good position. Good character. In the future, we can expect to see a decent pilgrim. But if it doesn't happen, don't at least complain that the aspect of I skipped all these characters for this character. Because again, you at least have the knowledge now that maybe they don't release to be broken. So maybe I should consider to pull for a broken summer character or a broken non-limited character if there's no big banner coming soon. You have that as kind of a philosophy now. So do what you will with all this information. At least just have this in the back of your head. Realize now before an anniversary, they hype it up a month prior. So you would have known during Tia Naga that, I have a month time, I can get this many summons, and then during the end, I'll get this many summons, so I will be good, right? So again, just keep this all in the back of your head. Just wanted to mention this so we have this as a kind of point in the game that you realize that, moving forward, Pilgrims are back to normal, being like, yeah, they're going to be pretty solid. But again, if they're not, just realize this, that you shouldn't be skipping every limited banner if it's a broken unit. For example, Summer Niece, correct? So if Christmas is busted, but there is a chance for a New Year's Pilgrim, consider, all right? But wait till the end, consider. So you should know that now, but again, just want to talk about that real quick.